What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video. You've seen out the box, you've seen me set it up, but what's the Vivo X Fold 3 Pro actually like to use? Here's my first 24-hour first impressions. Let's go. Now this is going to be an almost impossible task, but I am going to try and prevent myself comparing this to this. I am doing a 45-minute minimum in-depth full comparison video that will be out in the next couple of days, so smash subscribe for that. This first impressions is just based on this as a standalone phone. And the first thing I want to talk about is the design. So, this is a large format foldable phone. In fact, the largest foldable phone that money can buy. If there's anything bigger, you can let me know in the comments. 8.03 inch, 120 hertz, 450 ppi, absolute beauty of a 2K plus screen on the inside. With, by the way, very, very minimal creasage. Yes, that's a word, creasage. And the outside cover display is 6.5 inch diagonal. It's effectively a large candy bar phone, not the narrow Z Fold 5 or the squashed Pixel Fold. This is, in my opinion, the perfect outer cover display. The OnePlus Open comes close, but it's still just a bit smaller than I would like. Now on the rear, you have, like another phone close by, a circular camera cutout on the back. And this houses some of the best, if not the best lenses on a foldable device. Yes, the X Fold 3 Pro certainly lives up to the Pro moniker in my first 24 hours of using these cameras. Now again, I will be doing an in-depth camera test video, but I'm going to include both of these phones in that. That won't be part of the comparison I was talking about. This will be a dedicated camera test video to show you the differences in just camera between the two devices. Now dimensions wise, 11.2 millimeters folded, making it, by my estimation, just behind the Honor Magic V2, that phone behind me, and the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3 and the Huawei Mate X3 and X5. So this comes in the top 5 thinnest foldable devices, but with the exception of the Huawei, absolutely the best cameras of all those devices. And there's no exception here, the #1 largest battery on any foldable device. 5,700 milliamp hours, and in 24 hours you will not be shocked to hear, well, let's look. So I got this phone at about 85% charged 24 hours ago. I have set it up, you've seen that video, I've been doing some camera, videography. This has got my SIM card in it, daily driver, and, I don't know if you can see that okay, I'll cover my face. Don't know if that focused, 50%. I'll pop a screenshot here. The battery, the 5,700 milliamp hour battery, is still at 50%. And I mainly use the larger inner display, and it's got vivid color sharpening options on, and it's set to high, permanent 120 Hz. Just mind-blowing battery life. However, I always wait till my full review to give you the true in-depth battery experience, but initial signs are great. Now, also, for the first time in a foldable phone, internally we have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip. I haven't got around to gaming, I haven't pushed this to any form of limits, I've just been social media, camera, video stuff as mentioned, but you know and I know The 8 Gen 3 chip is numero uno. It beats Apple's Bionic 17 Pro, whatever they're on now in my opinion, and in metrics. And because it is the latest SoC, you can almost guarantee that the battery life is going to be as good, if not better, than another particular device from Vivo. Now, there's a couple of things I want to mention that are different to... I'm just going to say it. There's a couple of things I have to mention in my first impressions that are different to my experience with the X Fold 3. There, I said it, but I'll include this in a full comparison. Straight away, you can't help but notice the haptics. The haptic feedback on the keyboard, every touch, every vibe call, message, whatever haptics are going on, they are far superior to the X Fold 3. Also, and I've put the X Fold 3 to the side just now because I'm using this as my daily driver. The X Fold 3 doesn't have the option to have haptic feedback when typing, but it probably does, so don't take that as read. I'll check and I'll tell you in the full comparison. It probably does. It's just maybe not on by default, whereas on this device, on by default. Now on the device, another thing, as well as a haptic, that seemed to just be on by default. I'm sure this exists in the standard X Fold 3, but I've never seen it in the menu. It's this quick sidebar toggle. Excellent for bringing up second apps to multitask or just to quickly trawl through, or you can just swipe any of them across and make a floating window. Super easy to use. And as this is a standalone phone, I will tell you that the displays, an HDR10 Plus, Dolby Vision, full Buna brightness are absolutely stunning. Here you can see for yourselves. Just love consuming content on a large format foldable device. And the speakers actually had two comments, saying that they'd heard that the speakers on the X Fold 3 weren't great and the X Fold 3 Pro. I'm not sure where you heard that from, because you specifically said a YouTube reviewer. As far as I'm aware, there is no other YouTube reviewer that's actually reviewed the X Fold 3 yet in English. But just for you comments, here's how the speakers sound on the X Fold 3 Pro. And then, I guess, finally, the cameras, first impressions. You know my videos. The standard test for these cameras is the bedroom ultra-wide, wide, and then your optical stop. So your 3 times optical, 10 times lossless, and then all the way up to 100 times zoom on the Vivo X Fold 3 Pro. What do we think? Remember, this is a foldable device. Until last year, foldable devices got very, very substandard cameras. But with the release of the Pixel Fold and the OnePlus Open and the Mix Fold 3, I think we can now easily say that foldable phones have flagship cameras. Samsung, are you listening? Now, the absolute last thing I want to mention, other than there's an alert slider, love an alert slider, is the price. The price of the Vivo X Fold 3 Pro is £1,350 from WONDA Mobile, link in description. Now, while £1,350 is a lot of money, if we're comparing this to the OnePlus Open at £1,600 or the Honor Magic V2 at £1,700, it's a pretty damn good deal. However, it's not global, it's a Chinese ROM. I should just get a recorder and play the video every time I have to say this, but I will continue to tell you, because some people still message me asking why Android Auto doesn't work on their device. Android Auto will not work on a Chinese ROM device. Smartwatch connectivity is nigh on impossible with Wear OS unless you've got an old Samsung watch, an old Wear OS watch, and a proprietary one from Vivo, Honor. Those will all work. The Cospet Tank works. I'm not wearing it just now. Here it is. The Cospet Tank M3 Ultra works. And folks, the review on this is coming soon. 2 weeks battery life. A 2-inch AMOLED display. Mind-blowing. But that watch connects absolutely straight away. No issues. You don't have to do any workarounds. And other than that, the Chinese ROM is working fine. I'm pleased to say as well that Google Pay is working on the X Fold 3 Pro. So I will try again on my X Fold 3 because I don't know why it wouldn't work. So to summarise, my first impressions after 24 hours with the X Fold 3 Pro are extremely positive. Vivo have improved upon their Vivo X Fold 2 in weight, 236 grams, dimensions, 11.2mm folded, cameras, 1/1.1 inch sensor on this. It's a near 1 inch type sensor on this for the main lens. And as you've seen earlier, the photo I showed you, bloody impressive. So yes, I'm looking forward to using it as my daily for the next however long. I will also be looking forward to giving you more content on that comparison video, the camera test, probably do another mini review on the X Fold 3 Pro, and soon, by the end of this week, you will have the Average Dad full review of the Vivo X Fold 3. If you're enjoying all this Vivo content, which I know you are, please remember to smash subscribe and like the videos. And if you want to go that step further, I've got a 3-tiered level membership program on buymeacoffee.com, link in description. You can choose to just essentially buy me a beer, tip me a few bucks, or you can sign up to be a member where I will add you to the WhatsApp group chat and monthly giveaways. And the lowest tier membership on there is only £3, $5. So up to you, no pressure. It just all goes back into the channel to buy phones anyway. So until the next video,